Welcome back to week 3 of the 2018 Mermaid Cal. We are going to be making today the seaweed and the flounder portions of the blanket for this week's installment. So first we're going to grab our green. Now typically I like to try and use a different colored green besides the fin, but because I'm using my stash, I'm a little limited on what I have, so we're going with the lime green today. So in your corner, go ahead and grab your yarn. We're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4. We're going to treble crochet, chain 3, 2 treble crochets into this same corner. And that is going to be our new corner. Okay, we are going to treble into the first 2 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. We are going to chain 1. We're going to skip 2 double crochets from the fan. I'm going to bring this up here so you can see. So we're going to skip this one and this one. We're going to single crochet in the next 2. We are going to chain 1, skip 2, and 3 trebles into this single crochet. 2 and 3. Gonna chain 1. Basically, we're just gonna keep repeating that same thing across. So we're putting a little bit of seaweed on top of our rocks, and then we're putting the long seaweed in between our rocks, if you want to think of it that way. Skip 2, single crochet, chain 1, skip 2, treble, 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 all in 1. Chain 1, skip 2, single in 2, chain 1, treble, treble, treble. Okay, continue to repeat that same pattern. 2 on the top, 3 in the middle, chain 1 in between. And I'll see you over here on this corner. We'll make the corner together. Okay, I have repeated my long seaweed a total of 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what you should have. I'm now over to the other corner. I'm going to skip my last 2 double crochet. I'm going to treble in my last 2 singles, and then I'm going to do 2 treble, chain 3, two treble in my corner. So that's what we get on the end. And then you just start over at the beginning of your brackets. Treble crochet in the first 2 singles, chain 1, skip 2, single in 2, chain 1, 3 trebles in your single. chain one, All right. Now go ahead and continue to repeat this around. I'll meet you back here in our original corner so we can end off this row. Okay, I have gotten all the way around all 4 sides, and I am ready to go ahead and put my last 2 treble crochet in place. And I'm going to slip stitch to the top of my chain 4. We're going to slip stitch to the corner. We're going to chain 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to then double crochet in this space. This counts as a double crochet and a chain 3. And we are going to evenly space 67 double crochet across to the next corner. And I'm going to tell you how I determine how to do stuff like that. I will count up the stitches that I have, and of my trebles and my singles, I have 55 stitches. That means if I need 67 going across, I'm going to have to fit an additional 12 in there somewhere. Of my chain 1 spaces, I have 20 of them. I don't need to use all of them. I only need to use 12. So we're going to put one definitely in every single stitch, and we're going to use 12 of these spaces going across. You can decide where to put them. I put them in random places. I don't necessarily have a pattern that I follow, but I'm going to fit 67 double crochets between this treble and this treble. We're not counting our corners in these. It's 67 between these 2 stitches. So put a double crochet in every single stitch and use 12 of these, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, how did you do? I hit my 67 on the head. What I ended up doing, and just to show you that it's okay to have these spots where you didn't use, because they're really going to blend in. Once we get going with the rest of the rows, you're never going to see any of those spots. The only one that's going to know those are there is you. All right, so what I ended up doing is I kind of designated the every other one that I wanted to use, because if we've got 20 chain 1 spaces, I know I need to use at least half of them. That makes 10, and then I only had to find 2 more spots where I needed to put them in. So this spot between the 3 and the 2 became my go-to spot. So I have a stitch in every single one of those. And then along the way, I don't even know where they're at now. Here's one of them where I put it before the 3, and then I did it over here too. See, they blend in so well I can't even see them anymore. Oh, here's another one before the 3. So as long as you have 67 stitches between this treble and this treble, doesn't matter how you got there, congratulations, good for you. We're going to go ahead and continue on with our corner, which is going to be a double, a chain 3, and a double. And now you are just going to repeat what you did on this row to achieve your 67 between the corners, and you're going to do it on each one of the sides, coming back to this original one, and I'll meet you back over here. I'm sure you're going to be fine, because if you did it here, you can do it 3 more times. Alrighty, I have hit the end of all 4 rounds, or I should say all 4 sides. As long as you've got your 67 in between and your 2 on the end, so you should have 69 stitches per side total. I'm going to double in that last treble, and then I'm going to 1, 2, 3. The 3rd chain is our double crochet and slip stitch there. and we're not going to use this green anymore right now, go ahead and cut that off. Now what you want to get back out is your rock color or your stone color. We are gonna, I'll go through and get these guys tucked in pretty quick here. But since they're hanging out, I'm gonna start over here. And we are going to simply single crochet around this entire row. So we're gonna do 2 single crochet, chain 3, 2 single crochet, and then just go to town and single crochet in every double crochet around. When you finish these rows, you're going to have a total of 73 per side, because we have 69, we're adding 4, so that'll be 73. Okay, so on each one of your sides, make sure that you count up 73 stitches. If you do not have 73 stitches, you want to make sure that you either add or do a decrease or something like that. If you have any, you know, give a shout if you need some help. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing. I think we're familiar enough with the corners that you can go ahead and do your 2 singles, your chain 3, and your 2 singles in your corners, and your single crochet in every double crochet. And I'll meet you back over here. All right, I've completed all 4 sides in the gray. I have 73 stitches on each side. And then I have slip stitched to my first single crochet. Just going to show you how it looks. One of the reasons why I like putting that line of color in between is because we are about to go into Flounder, which uses this really bright screaming yellow or whatever yellow you have. But I didn't want to go straight from green to yellow. I like that the gray kind of finishes off our green and puts a stop to where our seaweed ends, gives it definition, and makes that green color kind of pop forward. So this is the end of our stones and our seaweed. Go ahead and get your yellow and your blue for Flounder. I'm kind of jumping off my usual by using a Lion brand instead of the Hobby Lobby. But hey, like I said, we're doing this out of scraps, so use what we got. And I will meet you back here for the next set of videos for Flounder.